I went in there and I didn't read the signs because I thought, oh, some dumbass players left signs, right? I'm not going to read that. I've got a boss to fight. And I R1'd Wyvern to death by hitting his feet. And it took a long time. So I think we need a new tier here, actually. So I'm gonna have to add a row below this. There. This is deacons. This is where deacons go. I think we need to really nail the worst and the best. We need to, and I think Cinder is the best. I think Cinder is the best. Now, I think there's like a couple bosses that are just below Cinder, right? I think Gale is good. It's just not Cinder, you know? I think actually, let's put Cinder here on its own. Here. Just so we can have like the good bosses still at S tier. Now, I also think, maybe controversially, Dancer is also pretty good. Dancer is pretty good. It's not Gale, but it's pretty good. Like a casual run where you don't know the hitless strat. I think Gundyr is a good tutorial boss. Like it's good. I think it's a B. I also think Vort is a good boss. Because you don't skip phase 2, right? Usually you don't know what's coming. I'm also gonna put the gimmick bosses like Wyvern and Yorm in their own little D section here. Because fuck those bosses. Honestly. Yorm. Very similar thing. Except very odd. I went online to read how to defeat Yorm. And it said to loot Stormruler and fight him with it. And I didn't want to spoil too much, so I didn't read further. And I R1'd Yorm to death with Stormruler with an unupgraded Storm. It took ages. It took ages. But hey, I learned how to fight Yorm, I guess. Oh, God. So this is the... I hate these. I hated them on my first playthrough. Aldrich... I feel like Aldrich would go here, but the arrows... The fact that you get arrows if you're too close, and you get arrows, or like you get a teleport if you're too close and then he does arrows, and the fact that you get arrows if you're too far, like if you're just a normal video game player, the arrows of Aldrich just suck, so Aldrich is gonna come here. This is weak tier, weak bosses. I also think DSA, this is a decent fight. Honestly, the butterflies are not good, but if you're playing casually, this is fine. Now, I was going to put Gravetender here, but Newtbag said he was going to do bad things to me if I didn't put him below everything. Oh, you don't know what he's capable of. There it is. So, Gravetender. And I feel like Osiris's dash is just BS, and he runs all over the place. Again, weak boss. Not just weak like this, but like shit. Glitchy and weak. And I hate it. I feel like Sage is also kind of weak. Just because it's another gimmick, right? And I think Greatwood is okay. I spent a while on Greatwood, but at least it was, you know, a cool fight. Ish, like the phase 2, I felt like I learned how to dodge those things, and then I got it. That was satisfying. Obviously in Hitless we kind of skipped that. Watchers, I would also say Watchers is, you know, okay. Okay, I in a casual run. People hate princes, but I think it's a cool fight. Yeah, like it's a cool fight. You get to like, it does have a healing mechanic in it. I don't like healing, but just the fact that you have to dodge so many attacks and it's like there's magic and all that. In Hitless it kind of sucks, but casually it's a cool fight. Half-Light goes into here. Half-Light, fuck Half-Light. I recently played DLC 2. Half-Light's shit. It's shit, it's garbage. I ran out of Estus, and I was gonna die in the next hit, and I decided, oh, it's Half-Light. It doesn't deserve my respect, so I bombed it to death. And that was great. That was a great experience. I loved it. That's why it's going into D tier. ODK, again, it would be a good boss, but the AoE breath attack that just kills you? Lame. That's lame. Otherwise, it would be quite an epic fight. It's just, like, he just breathes down on you and then you're fucked, right? Obviously, in Hitless, you know, we know how to deal with that, but casually, nah. The end is also bullshit. You know why? Because you can get stuck in ODK's hammer. Like, it's a glitchy fight. You can get, I have a clip of it. You can get stuck in ODK's channel, ODK's hammer, and then you have to, like, iframe the AoE at the end inside the hammer, which I have done. But, you know, not a cool way. That is bullshit. Yeah, that's why he's here. I mean, he would be here. He would be decent, but the breath attack and the getting stuck in the hammer, that's garbage. Freed would be S tier if it wasn't for phase 2. Midir, I would say Midir is... I enjoyed Midir fight, but that might be because I got it my second time. Like, I second time Midir. I'm kind of 50-50 on Demon Princes. I feel like Demon Princes definitely wasn't this tier. But I feel like it was between this and this, right? It wasn't like Gundyr. It wasn't these bosses. But it wasn't Midir or Freed or these guys. But I'm still gonna, for now, we're gonna put it here. Volnir, because he summons skeletons, he's coming on here. Otherwise it would be a decent fight. But it's kind of a gimmick shit. Like a gimmicky little, he's a gimmicky little bitch. That's all. Actually, you know what? Because of the gimmick, fuck Volnir. Pontiff, a lot of people hated Pontiff. I learned how to do Pontiff without parries. I had to. I didn't know you could parry him. I think he's C. Like, he's okay, but yeah. It's a little spammy, right? The phase 2 of this is like a bullet hell, and I don't enjoy bullet hell. What do we have left? What's this? Oh, it's Champ Gundyr. I gotta say, I didn't enjoy Champ Gundyr. And it's not just because it's like, oh, parry him and whatnot. But I think the reason I didn't enjoy Champ Gundyr is because he does this thing where he input reads. He will input read, and then if you heal, he will input read it and then start like running at you at a very rapid, silly looking animation pace. They didn't change the animation, they just sped it up for Champ Gundyr. So you go to Estus and he's like, he just starts freaking Naruto running at you. It's fucking goofy, okay? So I think he goes here as well. Right? The input rating, the weak running, and Nameless King. Actually quite like Nameless King. I think he goes... I think it's an epic fight. I like the visuals of the fight. I don't like what the chicken does with the camera, but like phase 2, really cool. Phase 1 is kind of but if you do unlocked camera, actually it taught me to do unlocked camera. Even Yorm I did with locked camera. But I feel the fact that you have to do unlocked camera and it teaches you something, I think that's cool, right? And there are cool strafes in the fight. Obviously you wouldn't do them on your first playthrough, but like, there are cool things here.